Okay, Mr. Ochoa, I'm ready to go if everyone else is.
Mr. Moya, do we have an agreement?
We do have an agreement. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. I'll notify the court. One moment.
Mr. Moya, will you read it into the record?
Sure will. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Moya.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, sir.
Can't hear you.
-3106-20-L Priscilla Chapa versus Doctors Hospital at Renaissance Limited. Is there an agreement, is my understanding?
Yes,
Your Honor,
Your Honor.
yes, there is.
I'm sorry. Oscar Alvarez on behalf of the plaintiff, Your Honor.
And Zeke Moy on behalf of the defendant, Doctors Hospital at Renaissance, and there is an agreement.
What is that agreement? Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is that for the next 14 days until Friday, September 25, 2020 at 11:59 p.m., we agree that the hospital physicians, healthcare providers will continue the status quo. 2, that the child will continue to receive nutrition in the form of dextrose via IV. And 3, should the child code during these 14 days, no resuscitative measures will be provided. And lastly, Judge, to the extent that the Ms. Chapa has posted any remarks, disparaging or otherwise, regarding DHR, that those will immediately cease.
Yes,
Is that the agreement?
it is, Your Honor. I just want to clarify 2 things so that it's clear for the record. Mr. Moya, the hospital is agreeing to provide medical care for 2 weeks until September 25th, 2020 at 11:59 p.m., correct?
Correct, as it is currently being done.
Great. And then the second thing I want to clear out is the hospital agrees not to make it any harder for my client to seek to transfer the patient out, correct?
The hospital will not impede a transfer.
Awesome. Thank you. And yes, to make it clear, my client has informed me that she has not made any disparaging comments, but that she will tell her family to stop doing them. She doesn't control them, but she's going to tell them to stop. And that's our agreement, Your Honor. We would ask for the court to approve it.
Now, the agreement expires shortly before midnight on the 25th of September. We should have a hearing that day then, on the 25th?
I'm not sure if Mr. Moya requires it. The way I understand the agreement, we're going to non-suit this case September 26, 12:01 a.m. I couldn't hear the court.
Okay, I just want to make sure that if you need to be heard, that it's on the docket and we don't have to mess around with another TRO. We can just take care of this. If for some reason either side is in disagreement on how to move forward on the after 14 days, we're going to have to do something about it.
I'm not opposed to a hearing. Mr. Moya, what do you think? The judge, just so that the court knows, the parties have agreed to provide care for 14 days. After that, whatever they're going to do, we're not going to object. That's the agreement.
Including disconnecting.
Good afternoon. Did you want to chime in?
Judge,
you took off your mask, so that's why I'm asking.
Good afternoon, Ernie Aliceva. Your Honor, the way I understand this is that they sought relief through a temporary restraining order, which they were requesting would turn into a temporary injunction. They're getting the relief that they requested. We're extending the period for 14 days. I mean, I don't know why we would need an additional hearing 14 days from now when they've already represented to the court that they're going to be non-suiting the case.
Your Honor, I would agree with Mr. Aliceta.
Well, it's always good to hear that the parties have reached an agreement amongst themselves without court intervention. I'll accept the agreement and I'll enter an order. If you just prepare one that will expire within 14 days at midnight on the 25th. And we'll go from there then. If you don't believe that it's necessary to keep the case on the docket with a hearing, then I'll leave that up to both of you to decide.
Yes, Judge, and we'll go ahead and prepare that order and work with Mr. Alvarez on getting that over to you.
Very well. As soon as it's in my queue, I'll go ahead and sign it if it comports with the agreement that's been read onto the record.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Is there anything else?
Not from us, Your Honor.
No, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Moya? Thank you very much.